We're always connected, you know. I've seen it twice, so.
Okay. All right. Okay. What a bit of a spec.
Hello and welcome. And welcome to the stage. Many of you have not been on the stage before, so this is what it's like to face off the audience. Only there's nobody out there. Well, there's a couple of them out there. Let me tell you a little bit about the show you're about to see. It's actually three plays in this. The first one lasts about 15 minutes. The second one is about an hour in length. After the second play, we will have an intermission. And during intermission, we're going to ask you to get up and take all of your belongings and go out the way you came, back to the front lobby. we'll get the theater ready for the second half of the show, and for the third play, we'll invite you in through the main doors, and you'll be sitting out here. So a couple of thoughts for you that are just standard theater things. There's an emergency exit on the other side of that black curtain. There's an exit there, or you could go out the way you came. We prefer that you stay in your seats during these shows because the actors will be very close to you. If you have an emergency and you need to leave, this is going to be your quickest way out. The music room door is open there too, but you might get lost if you don't know the building well. If you have a phone, we prefer that you just turn it off entirely. No photography or recording. We are recording the show. And because the actors are closer to you than they usually are, just even any little bit of noise there is going to be a distraction to them. How many of you had the opportunity to read the very verbose program notes? Awesome. If you did not get a chance to read it, I encourage you to read it during intermission. It tells you a little bit about some of our goals and what we're doing. We will have a talk back tonight at the end of the very last show when you're out in that space, and encourage you to stay for that. The show wouldn't happen in the way that it's happening if it weren't for Trina Shell, who's a senior, and many of you know her. Her journey started about a year ago in writing these particular plays, and it's because of her work ethic and her vision that we were really able to say, hey, we're going to do this as a main stage. We're not just going to do it on the side. And so it's a really special experience for me as a teacher to give her that form, because I know as a playwright that you don't learn until you have people who have your words in their mouths in front of other people who are watching. And so thank you so much for giving her that gift and making this happen. So enjoy the show. Thank you.
So when I was a child, I suffered from chronic nightmares. They were pretty intense. It'd be often I wouldn't be able to go to sleep at night. I was a very sleep-deprived child. It was just a lot of anxiety. And so very often I would fall asleep with all my bedroom lights on, like my big chandelier, all of my lamps, because my greatest fear was being alone in the dark and being helpless. Other kids were scared of zombies and ghosts. I was afraid of being alone in the dark.
So, when I was a kid, I used to have a fear of dark rooms, specifically bathrooms. And there was this room. There was, directly across from my room was the bathroom, with a dark, gaping hole. And I was always terrified to walk past it. And when I first read the Harry Potter books, the fear in that room changed. It changed to Dementors. But it was always whatever was scaring me at the time. Always some sort of eldritch horror. And I never really got over this fear. I mean, I learned how to manage it better. I would always take that corner on a run, and I knew the sequence of light switches to get past it. But when it's dark and you're alone, you always feel like there's someone behind you. And recently, what I found really helpful is very loudly singing hymns. And that has kind of been the only thing that made me okay with being alone with myself. Because I'm not alone. I have a love, a protection. And even if there is someone behind me with a knife, I know that I'm going to be okay. I have this hope.
So we had just moved to the house that we're staying in now, and our house has a plethora of problems. But one of them is that our power would often go out. So I was sitting in my bed one night, and I was crying, and I was like, no, please don't make me turn off the lights. I don't want to turn off the lights. Because my parents wanted me to get over the fear of the dark and turn out the lights. So I was sitting in my bed crying, and I was like, no, please don't make me turn off the lights. I don't want to turn off the lights. And our power goes out in a thunderstorm. And I remember in that moment being terrified because this is my greatest fear come to light. But then my mom came up to me and lit a match and a candle and held it in front of my face. And I remember feeling this sense of peace, because I was maybe 5. But I vividly remember in that moment being the most scared I ever was. But I knew that everything was going to be okay because my mom was there and she had that light.
Okay, so, you know that documentary that's out now? It's about, what's her name? I think it's like Sarah or Stacey or something like that. It's on Hulu. It's about this guy who like murders his wife and hides the body in like Vegas or Los Angeles or something like that. Anyway, this guy used to live in a town called Bolingbrook, Illinois, which is where I live. So, you know, like living there, my mom used to drive out of the way of stuff because we knew where he lived. And this was before he was arrested and convicted, but we all know he did it. So we all used to just kind of drive out of the way. So I was over at my friend's house, and it was like 10:30 at night, and it was dark outside, but there was light inside, and we were in her room, and we were looking out the window, and she lived down the street from him. And then we saw him walking down the street towards us. And we were like, oh man, that's a murderer right there. And we were freaking out. We didn't know what to do. But then we thought we saw him look at us through the window. So we just like, you know, dove to the ground.
So this was back in 2015. It was the night after the Boston Marathon bombing, and it was on the news where they issued out the thing, because we were living right in that area where the guy had escaped, and he was insane. So yeah, basically they were saying, you know, turn off all your lights, don't look out your windows, you don't want to look like a tired house. So we did. We turned off all our lights, and we have this thing, like these huge windows where you can see everything. So we were watching the news, the only light that's on in our house, and every few minutes my family would look outside and try to see if we could see anything out in this, you know. And it was the stillest, quietest, and darkest I'd ever seen in our little neighborhood. And it was scary to think, to know that something was out there and we had no idea where it was. So as we're keeping up with the news, we find out that he's under that guy's boat. And the tension just breaks. The thing inside of us that was keeping us inside just drops. So we turn off the TV, and for that brief moment, everything was dark. But it was the sense of relief, almost. So we went to bed, and went to school the next day. And everything was normal after that. It was just that one moment of darkness that really stays with me now.
So when I was younger, I used to have a ruler. And one day, that ruler broke. When it broke, it scared me. I thought that the ruler would come back and get me or something. I had a big ruler in my room, and so whenever I went to sleep, I thought that the ruler would come alive and grab me or something.
So, when my dad was younger, he used to have a cabin that was in the woods. So on dark, thundery nights, when the tree limbs were scraping across the levee, he'd be terrified. And his light switch was across the room from his bed. So he'd have to run as fast as he could so that nobody or nothing could grab him.
When I was 12 or 13, we were staying at our grandparents' house watching this crazy movie. It's a brain horror movie, and that's why we watched it in the middle of the day. It was called
The Brain That Never Dies!
And in this movie was a brain. that was kept alive by machines and chemicals. And it would manipulate people because it had some kind of telepathic power or something. And it would create this zombie-like creature that would come out of this closet and attack people. It was a really dumb movie. And I didn't think anything of it until that night when I was getting into bed. It was on the 3rd floor of the house, all by itself. And at the foot of my bed was a closet. And it looked like the same closet that the monster came out of. And I don't know why, but that scene just kept playing over and over in my head, and I couldn't go to sleep. So I told my brothers and sisters this, and they couldn't go to sleep either. So nobody slept in that room ever again.
When I dream, it's very vivid. I can always tell exactly what's going on, and I can see everything. I had this dream the other night where I was in my house on the 2nd floor. And on the 2nd floor, it's just this long central hallway. And there are rooms coming off, but it's just this long central hallway. And normally this hallway is very light. But then suddenly it got dark. And then I heard a scream. So I ran to my sister's room to check that there was no one there. And then I ran to my parents' room, but the door was locked. And only that room, not even the bathroom locked. Only my parents' room locked, and it was locked. So I was shaking the door, trying to move it, but it wouldn't move. And then I turned around, and there was this guy in a creepy mask, and he was coming towards me. Then I fell back, through the door somehow, with my foot on one side and me on the other, but the door was solid and my foot was stuck. Then he grabbed onto my foot and started pulling, but then my family showed up and they pulled on my body. And there was a tug of war, but eventually we got through. But the guy was still on the other side of the door, and now he had a hole. So we all climbed into their closet, which had a hole in it too for some reason, but we all climbed into the closet. And on the floor, there was a small lamp. And it was the only source of light, except for a distant street light. So we all climbed into the closet, and then I woke up.
When I was 14 or 15, one of my jobs was to work at a church building. It was a very large church building, and I was always afraid of these 2 rooms that had light switches on the other side of the room. So you could not turn the light on before you entered this room, but you needed to go into this room to vacuum it. So I turned the light on. And then I turned around, and there was a man called Jesus.
And on the floor, there was a small lamp. And it was the only source of light, except for a distant street light. So we all gathered around the lamp. And then I woke up.
And that has kind of been the only thing that made me okay with being alone with myself. Because I'm not alone. I have a love, a protection.
And for that brief moment, everything was dark. But it was the sense of relief, almost.
And I vividly remember in that moment being the most scared I ever was. But I knew that everything was going to be okay because my mom was there and she had that light.
Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. It has been a while since my last confession. I've sinned. I know, more specific. I should have prepared more. Is it a sin to not feel bad about sinning? I'm not a psychopath, it just doesn't feel that bad. It feels good, actually. Is that wrong? I know you can't tell anyone, but everyone says God already knows what I did. That's more important, right? Oh, almost forgot. Oh my God, I'm heartily sorry for offending me in failing to do good and choosing to do wrong. I have sinned against thee, my Lord, who is all deserving of all of my love. I firmly resolve, with the help of thy grace, to sin no more and avoid the near occasion of sin. Okay?
Mr. Sampson.
Yeah,
Hi. Mark Hogan. Scheduled a meeting.
it's Thursday?
Yeah.
Great. Come on, take a seat. So what brings you to the mystical land of career advising?
I need a job.
Don't we all?
It's not your job.
Not a very good one.
Oh, I guess I really don't need help then, I guess.
Oh, no, I mean, this can't be any less boring than doing my taxes. What year are you?
Senior. Graduating this spring.
Oh, congratulations. Finally gonna meet the real world, huh?
That's the dream.
Not exactly. Being an adult has its perks, but at what cost, man?
What cost? Hopefully at the cost of getting a job.
Selling your soul, more like. What year are you?
Business.
Oh, great. Endless opportunities. You want to start your own business.
Well, I don't think I have the resources for that. But I have a plan. First, I want to get a job. Maybe start out as a temp.
Temp? Don't doubt yourself this early, man. If you do, you'll end up chained to a desk putting in the bare minimum for the rest of your life.
Is that what you did, I'm guessing?
Me? I got a finance degree. You think of many jobs in finance that aren't sitting behind a desk all day. Why are you here? Besides finding a job.
Well, that about sums it up. I kind of want to start thinking about my future.
No. You don't need to start thinking about your future till your parents kick you out of their basement. You got a business degree. Be like Zuckerberg.
That's not really an option.
What, your parents aren't the nurturing type?
No, I don't have any.
My bad. Look, I'm gonna be honest with you. What's your name again?
Mark.
Mark, right, Zuckerberg! Hey, to be honest, I'm not even sure what career advising does.
You don't find people jobs?
In this economy, with this generation, people aren't looking for real jobs anymore. They're looking for 3-hour workdays and 6-figure salaries. And besides, if I actually found a good job, my resume would be the first in their hands.
Working here is that bad?
Read the room. Well, it's not that bad. It's that just working for entitled liberals on the brink of growing up isn't exactly the greatest environment for my blood pressure.
Where exactly can you excel?
No. I want to help you. I hope the boss finds out. But I care. Alright, to find more about this dream job you're looking for, I need to know more about what you want.
First, I want to get a job. Start out as a...
Wait. You're boring.
Oh. Well, that's rude.
Business degrees run Wall Street. They're half-legal loan sharks. They're cool people. You really think you're a business degree?
Pretty darn. I can do small business.
You can do anything. Well, knowing the professors here, you're probably not going to do it well. But you can do anything. Small business is tricky, though. They're either too tight with money and stick with their family, or they're too loose with money, and by then the ship's already sinking. You're a college kid. You're pretty cheap to employ.
I'll do anything. Really?
Nope. Ooh! Never said that in an interview. If you do, then you're going to have to do whatever they tell you to do, and that is not good.
Is that what happened to you?
Me? I'll tell you what happened to me. I gave up. I didn't care. And man, they were set the bar very high for me. Don't do that.
I never set myself low expectations. I just know it's important to build credibility.
Boring. Look, it's not good to set low expectations for you. It's good for me because I basically throw in the towel in mid-October. But not for you, since you're not a middle-aged bachelor who regrets all of his life decisions.
I wasn't giving up. Especially not high school. I had to prove myself. You see, my parents...
Spare me the sob story, please. I don't care. I had straight A's in high school. No one cares.
Can you find me a real job before I graduate?
Definitely came early enough. If you came in the spring, I would not care, but you know, boring, Mark. Everyone else thinks your generation's a bunch of slackers. Don't get a job to prove them wrong. Ride that out.
Why responsibilities? I'm not proving anything. It's just the way it is.
Is it a girl?
How would I know? Oh, wait. This doesn't seem appropriate.
Ah, the heck with appropriate. I'm your career advisor. I need all this.
Yes.
And she can't get her own job?
She's a sophomore.
A sophomore? What are you taking care of her for? Her being in college while you figure out your own life. Seriously, if if a girl is dragging you down this early, I would just kick her to the curb. I mean, I'm 49, divorced, 2 walking disappointments for children. I wish I'd given me this advice 30 years ago.
Right.
Don't start with me, kid. You don't know my life.
I'm sorry. I thought it was your job to find me a job. That way, I didn't have to care about your personal life. Fine. Like I said, I made the appointment.
You know what? It's not a perfect for a fact matter. It's personal life. Nah, screw that. How old are you? 23?
I'm 22.
22? And what's the average life expectancy? 80? Gosh, life takes so long to get over with. You're gonna take care of this girl for the next 60 years. And you don't want a single year of freedom to yourself? Come on. Go to Canada or something.
Hold up. So your big plan for me, as my career advisor, I meant that, is to abandon my girlfriend and move to Canada.
Well, no, not Canada. Canada's just a worse version of America. Think Guatemala or something. I'm not saying it's the moral thing to do. And if you love her, it complicates things. But what's the alternative? A life of 9-to-5 jobs and no freedom? Come on! Just
find me a job, okay?
oh, sure. Let me wave my magic wand to find an insecure, underqualified, annoying college grad, a 6-figure job. Is that what you want? Then get out of my face with your responsibilities. Let me be honest.
Why are we still talking about
You're
this?
throwing your life away, man. You're gonna take care of this girl, but you're not gonna get a good job immediately. And spare me your life plan, okay? Plans mean nothing. Probably gonna break up with this girl by the time you're done temping anyway. Or you could break up with her now and go to Vegas. Do something fun. Try not caring. It's awesome.
She's pregnant! I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
Here we go. As a staff member, I must advise that all students who engage in immorality will be asked to leave campus.
Hear that? Over there, we'll find out how much you don't care.
I'm not gonna fight with you, man. You're so gung-ho about this. Least I can do is find you a good version of hell.
Awesome! Thanks a lot!
Hey babe, I'm home.
Hey, you're home early. How's your day?
Not bad. We got a lot done. Did you do anything today?
Oh, did I do anything today? Check it out.
Dragon story?
No. Okay, so it's like a play on a fairy tale, except the prince is on a motorcycle, and the dragon is just a symbol for your insecurities. Well, I guess technically it's a real dragon, but they'll get it.
The very young children will understand the insecurity symbolism.
What? No, it's a young adult book. Teenagers are smart, right?
Sure they are. What happened to the other thing? Your application for the job
that's due tomorrow?
Yeah, I never really got around to it. I mean, journalism, it's just not my strong suit. And if I leave it myself now, who knows where I could be 10 years down the line. This book is going to take me places, so it needs my undivided attention.
It looked good, babe. What I read of it.
Oh, your sister called, by the way.
If Casey has to take my car to the Monster Derby one more time.
Liana.
Liana who? Liana, my sister Liana? What did she want? To talk to me?
I told her to call again, but she's on her way.
What? Just like that?
It's been 2 Christmases.
No, her graduation. It seems kind of sudden, doesn't it? She didn't even talk to me.
She's already on her way. You can't stop her.
It's only been 2 years. That's not that long, right? And she called. That's something at least.
Well, if you're feeling nervous, you could always subtly blame her for the whole thing to give yourself the moral high ground.
I'm not nervous. I lied.
Let her in. It's open. Calm down. United front.
Hi.
Hey, Liana, hi.
James? Julia?
Hi. Welcome to our home.
Well, it is really great to see you. Make yourself at home.
So, how's...
It's October.
Oh, a month away too? Right, I guess it's been a while for me. You forget a lot in 8 years.
Yeah, memory goes as you get older, doesn't it?
Yeah, you know, I used to always make fun of Mom for being like that. She always needed Brian to remember everything. So, you're a business major?
Biology.
Oh, wow, I never really liked science. Straight lines always worked better in my head.
Nature is basically the Fibonacci sequence, but architecture is good for human perfection of nature. Biology isn't, it's figuring out the world, not trying to make it perfect for ourselves.
It's really great to see you.
You know, I could probably use your expertise in my writing. I mean, it's really good for me to keep accuracy as much as possible, to maintain my artistic integrity.
Accuracy. In a dragon book? Why don't you tell her about it?
Okay, so it's like a play on a fairy tale, except the prince is on a motorcycle, and the dragon is just a symbol for your insecurities.
Classic teenager book.
I know, right? Well, Julia wasn't really sold on the whole thing. But now that I have the teenage perspective, I am feeling good.
I'm 20.
Oh. Did I tell you that we paid off the house?
Oh yeah, just this year. That's why James has been writing. I guess I'm his sugar daddy now.
No, but it's good to finally see it. You're right in the forest. What are the woods like?
The woods are so beautiful in winter. I think I've seen a few turkey, a couple deer out there. There's also a pond out there somewhere.
A vernal pool.
Yes.
You know, at my campus there isn't much wildlife, not many trees, and as a bio major, it's detrimental not getting to be around wildlife all the time. You know, I've been missing that connection.
Well, I mean, I'm writing all the time. So if you wanted to come over to take a look at it.
Truth is, I think I need to rediscover myself entirely. Saturn's return is coming early for me. My boyfriend and I,
Do you have a boyfriend?
yeah.
I thought you would have said something about that on Facebook.
You follow her Facebook? Oh, did I not follow request you?
I'm sure it just got lost.
But you have a boyfriend in college? Aren't you a little young for that?
I'm 20, Julia, and it isn't serious or anything. I don't think.
he's just a friend. We went to get ice cream, but we have other friends too. It's like a group hang kind of thing.
Oh, so just like a friend that's a boy.
Well, no. I mean, I was thinking of being his girlfriend, but I think I need to spend more time on myself before I commit. You know, living on campus, I see him all the time, but I can't afford an apartment, and I don't want to move in with him.
Of course not. Moving in with someone? Put a ring on it first.
Sure. But maybe I could stay with you guys. You said come over anytime, and you have a vernal pool, and there's so much nature, and you're close to school, right, James? And you're writing?
Well, it's good to stay on campus. You know, be involved in campus culture. It's an important part of the college experience. Your last chance of being a kid.
I've been over the culture since orientation. I want to find out who I am beyond this institution I've worked for all my life.
And you're sure your boyfriend has nothing to do with this?
Barely on my radar. I just want to get a good education, and being in the thick of nature really gives me an edge. The rest of the bio students are still stuck on campus cement.
She's right.
Gee!
Come on, Julia, we dated in college. Wasn't big of a deal. And this is about her education anyway.
Really? That's so nice. I should go. I have a test to study for, and I need to go tell my RA. Thank you so much. I'll check my Facebook today and send you a friend request.
Okay.
Bye.
What the hell was that? What happened to a united front?
I know.
I have work to do, and she'll distract your writing.
There's no reason to keep her out. Let it go.
And she suddenly has a boyfriend? No one is telling me anything. And she's gonna move in with him? Seriously?
Okay, even I didn't know that, but it's barely a boyfriend.
Oh, you bought that? You should have seen her in high school. It's obviously way more than ice cream games.
Okay, I don't want this either.
Oh, you didn't want it, but you basically handed her a key and said, stay with us forever.
It's time to bury the hatchet.
I don't have anything to apologize for.
Come on. Let's go. What are we doing here?
Refreshing the tab every 5 seconds is not going to make her grade any faster.
I know. I'm not crazy. I just want to know.
How about we put that away for a second and talk about your meeting?
I don't know. It was kind of weird.
Weird how? It was helpful, right? He's going to get you a job?
I think so. That was actually kind of unclear, which is weird.
Yeah. I mean, were you direct, assertive? I know you're working on that, but I kind of need a guarantee here.
I'm going to get a job. Just need time to look around and decide what my life is going to be. It's a huge decision.
It's just a job.
It's up! Oh.
Oh! 57.
Yeah. 57. Awesome, great.
I'm sorry, it's just one test. You can pull your grade up for the semester.
Just one test? I wasted 20 hours on that test. 20 hours. And I failed.
Microeconomics isn't your best class. It's okay.
No, it's not okay. A business major shouldn't suck at microeconomics. That's basically the only class that makes you a business major. And it's not just one test. It's every single test. I study, and I think I'm going to do great. And then I fail it. How am I supposed to pass the class? I'm going to graduate. There's only one semester left to make it up.
Maybe I could help you. Look, I don't have too many classes this semester. I could try to study with you.
You don't know anything about microeconomics.
Doesn't matter because we can't do anything about it tonight. Maybe we could watch a movie or play Super Smash Bros.
Hey, Liana. Liana's friend?
James, this is Mark, my boyfriend.
Oh. Hi. Good to meet you.
It is. Well, I have some writing to do, so I'll leave you two alone.
Thanks, James.
No problem at all.
Everyone's throwing a party. Let's go.
A party. You want to go to a party.
Yep.
You don't like your roommate, or loud music, or dancing, or people. Why? Why are you going to this? We always hang out on Fridays.
Maybe I want to meet new people, Liana. Ever think of that? You don't want to go? Fine. Bye.
But maybe we could talk about your future instead.
About what? About me getting a job. I don't even know what I want.
Let's talk it through. Look, you love working independently. Maybe a cubicle job would be good.
I don't want to punch in and punch out. Wish I wasn't there the entire day.
Okay, so a place with flexible hours?
I like structure.
You gotta give me something to work with.
What's the point? I'm just going to take the first job that comes up anyway. It's going to be boring. We're going to be stuck with the same problems, same responsibilities.
I thought you were happy. If not happy, at least okay.
I thought you wanted to be free. Isn't that what you said? You were ready for real life and you're going to stay in touch with your family and all that?
Whatever. I'm not on campus anymore. I can go anywhere I want. We can go anywhere we want.
You're hiding to not get kicked out!
Keep your voice down! I'm not happy about that, okay? I'm in some kind of Christian school that threatens to kick out pregnant people. And it's totally unfair. I don't see how to punish you.
That's not the point. You're lying to your sister. I'm massively in debt. That's not free. Don't you have dreams?
Of course I do. I want to make the world a better place, and having a kid doesn't change that. It just makes it more complicated.
That's 60 more years of complications. I want it to be more of my life.
What is that supposed to mean?
It means I'm tired. I'm tired of planning on my life. I don't even know what I want to do. All I know who I am. I don't know what I like to do. All I know is what I have to do.
Just because you have to do something doesn't make it a bad thing. You said, no matter what, you wanted to be with me. But you don't want to be with both of us?
That's not what I meant. But I feel like I'm still a child, and now I have to take care of another one. I just wish it was 10 years in the future. I don't know if I want to be a father.
What?
I don't have a support system. I can't be responsible for something else when I don't even know who I am.
I think you should leave.
Liana, please. I shouldn't have said that.
If you don't want this, I'm not forcing you. Go figure out who you want to be.
Maybe we can figure this out together.
Maybe means I'm wasting your time, and you're wasting my time. So get out, go.
All I know is I need you. You're my person.
It's not just me anymore. I'm not your person. We both are, and you can't see that. So please just leave.
I'm not gonna leave you. I need you. And still my kid.
I cheated on you a couple months ago.
What?
You heard me.
You lied to me? And you're gonna force me to throw away my life because of a lie?
Please just leave.
I thought this is what you wanted. No matter what I wanted, you were happy. And now you don't even want to be in a relationship at all? Is it even my kid? Who's the other guy?
It doesn't matter.
You're doing this to base some other guy, right? How dare you string me along? Boy, you don't mean to marry is harmless!
Is everything okay down here?
She's lying to you, you know?
Get out!
Liana, are you okay?
I'm fine.
What did he mean? What are you lying to me about?
You weren't supposed to hear that.
Why are you here?
I told you. Nature.
I mean, if you're telling the truth, we all want the best for you.
I'm pregnant.
that could be my child.
I don't want that one night to be any more than that. Frankly, I don't remember why you were there.
I was trying to get you and Julia to make up. I mean, she was stressed and she's at a breaking point, and she just won't talk to me.
You wanted to feel less lonely.
I've worked hard. I do everything for Julia, and I wrote it all in one night. We've had some problems recently, and she just won't talk to me, and I feel so alone. Why are you here? The truth.
I don't have a choice. If my school finds out, they'll kick me out. My mother won't speak to me. My boyfriend is gone, and this was the only option. I knew you'd let me in.
Okay, I'm not looking for anything here. I can't lose everything.
She doesn't have to know what happened to you.
No. I mean, I love Julia. And if I lose her, I think it would break me. But if this is mine, I'll take responsibility.
I don't want you to do that.
Your child needs a father. If it's mine, I want to be there.
You keep saying if. This isn't if I'm not willing to risk. Your life isn't with me, and neither was Mark's, and you both deserve to be happy, so just forget about it.
When Julia finds out, you're going to need someone to defend you.
I can fight for myself. I'm going to do everything myself.
Liana, come down. It's going to be okay. This isn't yours.
I know. But I thought for a minute maybe it was.
I'm sorry.
Maybe it was from the first time we tried. But no. Because I burned those.
She would have told you eventually.
She lied.
She's scared. And nobody is helping her. And I mean, now her boyfriend broke up with her.
How long have you known?
That doesn't matter.
I knew it, my own husband. She's been walking around pregnant. A baby, Jade.
She didn't want that to happen.
But did you?
What is that supposed to mean?
I saw your texts and your Facebook messages and how you always take her side and how you spend every minute of the day with her.
Oh, okay. Julia? I can explain. It's not what you think.
What is it then?
It was a mistake. It was just a mistake.
Don't minimize it. Tell me the truth.
I slept with her, okay? I didn't mean it. I still don't mean it. It was just a mistake.
But it wasn't a mistake, was it?
No. I mean, I shouldn't have even been there. I mean, we were just both at the dorms, and I was in the moment. We were both so emotional, and you just won't talk to me, and I feel so alone!
It's my fault. You don't think you meant it, but you did. You always wanted kids. And I can't give you what you need, but Liana can. And maybe you haven't said it out loud in a while, but I have to think about that every day.
That's not what this is about. It doesn't matter if we can't have kids.
Yes, it does. Because it's a part of life and it's supposed to be happy, but I can't. And yet here she is, living in my house all this time, lying to me. She's been living my dream behind my back, and she doesn't even have the decency to tell me. And she'll look at that.
when I can't look at my own. Jessica was...
Don't say her name.
See? You didn't even get to meet her and it's still messing you up. You haven't been the same since we lost her.
Doesn't matter.
You quit your job because you're not the same. You're following some ridiculous fantasy, writing to fill in the gaps anywhere you can. And I'm doing the same thing.
Not everything is connected.
Why do you think I'm at work all the time? I'm terrified to come home every day. Because I'm waiting for you to figure out that you don't need me anymore.
Of course I need you. I didn't marry you because I wanted kids. I married you because I love you.
Then you're an idiot. And I don't even know if I can believe you. Give it to Liano, why don't you?
Give it to her yourself. Kicking her out isn't going to change anything. She's still pregnant. Please, if you don't care about me, just take care of your sister.
Out!
How are you, man? How'd you set out on the highway? You know, get out of there.
I have school!
I could write an encyclopedia on the failures of higher education. Missing a class doesn't really matter. Besides, if you're gonna go like this for the rest of the year, you're probably gonna fail anyway.
I mean, she broke up with me. That's not how this is supposed to work. I'm supposed to say, I don't have responsibility, and then she sues me for child support. Why did she break up with me?
That is weird. I was the one that had to break up with my wife. How did you get so lucky?
Dude! What are a promise her?
Ew, what were you promising her? That you'd take her to a middle school dance? That's why she left. Sorry, insensitive. Working on it. But seriously, you made a promise to this girl that meant so much to you, you needed a ring for it? What the heck did you promise?
I was going to propose to her.
Really? You're dodging a bullet, man. At this point you have...
60 years left. I know. Not helping.
You're the one that asked me for drinks.
You're my only friend.
Dude, get a life.
I've been trying!
You've been trying, only talking to this one girl for your entire life. She's an idiot.
What, for letting me go?
No, that's cliche. She's an idiot for telling you. I mean, seriously. If she could trick you into marrying her this early, she'd be set for life. The greatest thing you can do in life is marry for your own gain. Tax benefits, having a house, and love, I guess. Whatever.
It wasn't about the tax breaks. What am I going to do about it?
I don't know, lovesick puppy dog. What are you going to do without it? Sit here in the bar all day and have drinks?
I think I'm depressed.
I think you're a baby.
You know what? I don't have it. When my parents died, I didn't want to be that one kid who thought to be careful around. So I just lost them. Stopped calling them, texting them, you name it. But Liana, however, was the first person that didn't know my story. Didn't want to just give me sympathy cards. She's amazing. Now, she doesn't even want to be in a relationship at all. Come on, I just feel worthless.
All life is meaningless. One person can't change that. You set your sights on the first person that was nice to you, even when they didn't have to be nice to you. Not everyone's a jerk. Keep looking.
How do you do to him?
The day my divorce papers were finalized, I invited all my friends over and we partied into the next day.
Party? That's awful!
It was the best day of my life. Well, then the wife wanted custody of the kids.
What?
I was free. See, what I tend to do when I'm alone is suck it up, do my job, go home. It's great. I do whatever I want. You need to figure out what you want.
I want to not be alone, I think.
You'll never be alone. Be like yourself.
Is that true?
All right, look. In 10 years, you're going to be so grateful you listened to me. Or you could not listen to me and regret it in 10 years. I certainly would. Being alone is like riding a bike. A little bit of practice, and it's hard to stop. But it's comforting to know that you can make it.
I need to use the bathroom.
You cannot throw up on me. I cannot give you alcohol poisoning. Crazy kids. Only free seat in the house, man. Pop squat. Thanks. You okay, man?
Nope.
What, you just get married or something? Draining time. I know the feeling.
There was a line. You're kidding. Come on! Really? She sent the cavalry. Unbelievable.
I'm here to drown my sorrows. I don't care about you.
Drown your sorrows. This is between me and Liana. This has nothing to do with you, Slick.
I've been kicked out of the house.
How does every guy except me get this lucky? Sorry, you need this more than I do. So you two know each other. You know the girlfriend. So you two are...
So why'd she kick you out? It's not like it's your baby.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we've just had some I just don't talk about it.
You see, women are crazy. It's best not to rationalize their decisions.
Well, maybe just not those two. Your wife kicked you out, Liana broke up with me.
Liana broke up with you.
Nope.
Seriously? Have you heard the way she talks about you? There was no way that your relationship is over.
Well then, why did she kick me out?
I don't know. Maybe she thinks she's protecting you or something? But seriously, do not take her words at face value. She still cares about you.
Whoa, 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 what are you saying? This is great for Zuckerberg. He's free. Heck, you're free. You can do whatever you want.
This is the doofus that you've been hanging out with?
Yep.
Listen, just talk to Liana. I mean, if I had talked to Julia at the start of our problems, things would be different now.
See, it's best to get over breakups quickly.
No. No. Liana and I love each other.
60 years?
Shut up!
you'd end up here.
Didn't you?
I didn't expect any of it, really. It was kind of a shock.
You knew I had a boyfriend.
I also knew that it was our mother who raised you, and that you were smart. It isn't adding up.
I wasn't careful. That's it.
What?
Are you going to tell me that I'm a bad Christian and nobody will forgive me and I'm kicked out of the family?
No. You probably tell that to yourself enough.
Why are you here? To tell me I'm kicked out on the streets?
I was going to kick you out, but that wouldn't make sense. It's not like it'll change the fact that you're pregnant. Nothing will. Unless you go through with this.
I thought it would end up better. Mark was supposed to get a job. He was supposed to care, and he loves me, but he doesn't want to take care of it. You were supposed to kick me out.
You're sad I didn't kick you out?
Nothing is going according to plan. I'm not supposed to be pregnant. I'm supposed to be graduating, then getting engaged, and you're not supposed to be okay with this. You're supposed to be angry and disowning me. This is the one thing I can control.
Why do you want to have control?
Because it's the first time in my life that I've ever had the option. I never had anybody care about me, but now I can stop that from happening to another person.
You have always had people that care about you.
Not since Dad died.
Don't say I didn't care about you. That's a lie. You know it is.
Then why did you leave me behind?
You were in high school. James and I were in debt. Why would I take you?
You know exactly why. I know you saw the bruises. I used to wear short sleeves around you to make sure you saw them, and you did nothing.
You waited too long to tell me.
I was terrified! If I had asked to leave and Brian heard me, what do you think would have happened? I waited until I was ready to know. And you said no. I needed an adult. I needed you to sign the restraining order. And you wouldn't sign it. You don't understand.
I wanted to still be your sister.
No, you didn't. Because if you did, you would have signed it.
I'm sorry. I should have believed you. Is that why you're doing this?
It's the same story all over again. Don't you get it? This baby is me. Nobody will care for it. And what kind of a future does a kid like that have?
It's not the same story. I've learned from my mistakes, and I'm here for you.
You. Anytime you look at the kid, you're just going to think about what a failure I was and how this could have been easily prevented, and I'm stupid, and now you have to deal with all of the fallout. It would be torture for everyone involved.
No, you don't get it. You're just a kid. I've lived through it. You don't know what it's like to have something inside you. Feel it growing. And then have it taken away. But you will have to deal with your own grief. I couldn't have James close to me for months. We both went through it really, but I wanted to handle it alone. He didn't. And everything after that was because of my choice. My choice to handle everything alone. It changed me. And it will change you.
It's not your kid, Julia. It's not your body. It's not your life.
When I saw that photo on your bed, I had a 5-minute window of happiness. Because I thought it was mine. I was back there pregnant again. And then I remembered it was impossible. I remember with every Facebook update, hey, I'm pregnant. Because it's never going to be me.
Then, isn't it just torture watching me?
There's a chance it's James's, right?
He told you, Julia, I'm sorry.
That means that it might be the love of my life's child. And I've disappointed him enough.
Aren't you leaving him anyway?
No.
What? Come on, Julia. He cheated on you. with me? Why are you talking to me right now?
I still love him. And I don't trust him, sure, but I don't think he was trying to hurt me. I think he's still grieving, but he doesn't know that. No matter what, I couldn't live with myself if I let you kill the baby.
Leave me alone, please. I know what I'm doing.
No, you don't. It's impulse, and I get it, I completely do, but you don't want to be here. Think about it. You carry this baby, and I take care of it. You won't even have to deal with it if you don't want to. Or you could go through with this and spend the rest of your life thinking about it, dealing with it alone. And you do not want to be alone in grief. Learn from my mistakes.
Where are you going?
I can't force you to do anything, okay? I've said my piece, it's your decision. Just know that whatever you decide, there's a place for you. I'll be in the car. Doors unlocked.
Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. It has been, let's be honest, I've never had a real confession before. I have lied to so many people, and they're so kind, and I don't have to get what I deserve. I don't know why everyone was so nice to me. Please help me. I almost ruined my child's life. I almost hurt my sister way more than she deserved. I can't see myself as worth anything, and I take it out on everyone else. Please help me to stop doing this. I feel like people used to tell me it was you that made me worthwhile, and I can't believe it. Please fix me. I can't do this alone. I'm so sorry.
You get it. You get it. No. You're lucky it's my house. Expecting someone, Leona? Not in the slightest.
Sorry I'm unannounced. Can we talk?
I've got some work to get done. Do you know? Yep, I have a call to make. Don't interrupt me. Thank you.
Last time, we said some things. I said some things. that I don't want to repeat. And I didn't handle myself very well. And I'm sorry.
I could have been better too.
It's my fault. I went to the party, music was loud, and there was no one there to talk to. And everyone was up until 3 a.m., so I couldn't sleep.
You don't like parties.
No. Every minute I was there, I was wishing you were there too. You're the only one that would sneak into the dean's office to steal wings, or that would make me cookies at 5 in the morning because I felt obsessed. You're amazing.
You don't have to stay.
I want to. But I have to ask. Were you going to lie to me forever?
No.
Why did you wait until then to tell me?
I was trying to help you.
Help me?
You were about to commit, but you hadn't thought things through, and hearing you talk about how much you wanted to do with your life and how you would resign yourself to a terrible life if you were to stay with me, it hurt me. I don't want to make you unhappy.
You could have just stabbed me in the heart. No need for you. I loved you for a year. How can I trust you?
You don't have to trust me. Maybe it's better that you don't, because you can't handle throwing your life away and resenting me.
But why? Why would you cheat on me? That was the only thing holding me back.
You said you didn't want to be a father before I told you.
That was bad advice, and I'm sorry I took it. Don't deflect. Just
I'm not good at commitment, and you gave me a promise ring, and I freaked out, and I ruined everything I touched.
I wasn't ready to commit. You still kicked me out. The promise ring was too much.
No, it wasn't too much. I don't know. I wanted you to say I love you because I needed something solid.
It's hard for you to accept that people love you.
It's been a while. Look, I didn't want to cheat on you, and it didn't mean anything to me. I just wanted so much to just do something and not have attachments and not worry about it and feel okay. I'm sorry.
Is Julie upstairs?
She's in her office.
Let's face it. You basically talked me off the ledge. I would be lost, and I thought life didn't mean anything. So I wrote something down. When I met you, I thought you were going to be my best friend.
You don't have your life figured out. You need space. You don't need to deal with all my issues.
I got a job. I'm temping part-time for now, but I'm starting soon as an HR representative at a business down the road. And I got to lead in an apartment.
You're settling. You don't even know your father.
I am.
You can't possibly know that. It could be yours, but it's not guaranteed.
It's only mine. Just let me read this, please. When I met you, I thought you were going to be my best friend. Turns out, my true love. And I believe that love conquers all. Life without love is nothing. Nothing else matters. And I know that it's my kid for a fact, because flesh and blood is what makes a father. It's being there for every soccer game, every grade over graduation, every minute. I thought I'd be wasting 60 years being with you and not living my life. But I realized that I'd be wasting 60 years regretting leaving you. I have a lot of ambitions, and I can't do all of them. But I'd rather be happy together than successful. I want to be a father. It means I can be with you.
It's a girl.
invite you, please bring all your belongings with you, and you'll head this way to the main lobby. And we'll come get you in about 10, 15 minutes.
Oh, yeah. That was
Yes, that was unintended.
Oh my. Oh my.
Has been working. Yeah. That you've been getting output there? Okay.
Yeah, it's just,
Okay.
and then I have the backup recorder down there.
Alright.
The actual video.
Do you have the video of Thursday?
I don't know.
You don't take the video, you don't get the videos?
I have the video last night.
The Friday, because I need it for including our documentary thing.
Yeah.
I need it, so can I have it? Oh, thank you. Just talk to you. Thank you.
Like, on an archive version. So it was Friday or Saturday. Yesterday, today.
Well, I just need like enough to like draw out like shortcuts from it for
Definitely do it.
Yeah, she went and like fixed it. It was disconnecting. It was like the actual mic. It wasn't like hack connection. So it wasn't like I could fix it from there. But other than that, it was like. Yeah. Her end to end. Whatever. Oh, you're right. I should probably not. Wait till Mr. Becker comes in. Okay.
I'm gonna do it. I'm serious, I'm gonna do it.
Sure you are.
How did we even get here?
Oh, you know, I figured out the answer to that one today. Did I not tell you?
It's a real question. I didn't ask to be put here. Why do I have to deal with this? And all this stupid music and your weird sense of seniority?
Superiority.
Exactly!
Introspect a little. Keep asking, why are we here and how did we get here? It's getting a little repetitive.
I'm only the result of my surroundings.
Great.
And you know what?
What?
What gave them the right?
That's a new one. Who's them?
Them. Her? Maybe? I don't know.
What did she ever do to you? She's literally just sitting there. You have no idea what you're talking about, but you're gonna have a bad attitude anyways.
I can do whatever I want. I'm a free-willed individual.
All right then, free-willed individual, how about you put a smile on your face?
I don't have to do anything you say, and I can blame anybody I want for my problems. That's free will.
No, I'm pretty sure that's imputation. Free will is walking out of here, and obviously you don't have free will or you don't have problems.
Oh yeah? How hard could it be? It's just one step.
Hey, don't even joke about that.
You think I'm joking? After all this time, I'm stuck here with you. It feels like the space is closing in on me every day. I can't take it. You're right. I don't think free will is just being able to think. I know that I'm not going to do this until eternity. So why not? Freedom, not amputation.
Imputation.
You never stop! Even me right here on the edge, you still have to be superior. But you're the one confining us here forever. I'm done!
Wait! I told you so. I'm sorry.
We're gonna die in here.
Could be worse.
Oh, because at least we're together, right?
This sucks for you, okay? I get it.
You don't get it!
Am I not good enough for you? If you can't tell, I'm trying really hard to be positive, and it's not easy, but something is still wrong.
It's not you. It's just, there's nothing good here. How can you live like this?
Because there's no other way. Life is right now, but it's so much more than this. There's a reason for everything, I know it.
You don't know that. You don't know anything. Nothing bigger is at work. All life is right now. And right now is suffering. Are we even alive right now?
Yes. Life is about finding fulfillment. It's about taking your circumstance and making the best. It's about finding a meaning. You give me meaning.
Stop it, you're killing me.
If I could fix this, I would do it in a heartbeat. I would give you anything you wanted. Freedom, purpose, happiness, anything. But if I'm the reason you're suffering,
I didn't mean that. I don't understand how you're happy. We're no more important than this space. We have nothing to look forward to. This is it. Forever. I wish I was you. I wish I was fulfilled.
It's a choice. That's it. I love you. We have nothing to look forward to because what kind of a future could you imagine that's better than this? Just you and me.
There has to be something more.
You can't leave. It's not possible.
I am not enough for you. I need control, and I can't control anything in here. I'm always going to drag you down, and you don't deserve to carry a cynical weight on your shoulders for the rest of your life.
You're my best friend.
Who are they? Wait, you seem familiar.
Kind of. I don't recognize the other one now.
Thank you.
So which one?
The one with, the stick down. Is she pointing at me?
Maybe we could have a make it to the side. Would you like to do that?
Can you just do it, please? What are they talking about?
I don't know. You?
Alright, I'll handle
Where are we going?
No, Chris. He's saying.
Wait.
It's simple, really. You can't do anything.
She?
Yes.
Stop! Where are you taking her?
What has happened to her?
Bring her back here!
I should thank you for Jen.
What did you do?
It's my job.
What the hell? What just happened? What are you doing out there? Come back, come on, why aren't you... Oh my god, I don't know her name. How can I not know her name? What's my name? Wait, was that it? That was the greater purpose? That was the hope I gave her? That was exactly what she wanted. How can that be what she wanted?
That's exactly what she wanted. And you're alive. Isn't that what you wanted?
You should know better than us. Nobody would want that. You're horrible. Bring her back here, please.
It's just a job. Not a very hard one. You know, I worked my butt off my entire life. And at some point, I realized I was exhausted. All those years of school, weekends, nights, being on call constantly. And I was already done. Well, then you know I heard about this job. It was perfect. Just mind-numbingly easy, repetitive, and I didn't have to deal with long-term problems. I mean, it only sucked to listen to stories. They were different every day. Too young, too poor, completely unexpected. Never is though, is it? But either way, I listened, and I nodded, and I kept smiling. Finally, some well-earned rest, and the pay didn't hurt either. All I needed to know was basic anatomy and which tools to ask the nurse for.
Who are you?
It's important work. I played my part in your life, and you think it was terrible. But there were reasons. There are always reasons. Too young, too expensive, preference, who am I to judge? Either way, I saved your life. And it was saving. No matter what the crazies tell you, I was helping, I fixed problems, I'm a good person.
Where am I? Why can't I see her anymore? Where did she go? If I keep thinking about her, I won't be able to forget her.
I never doubted. Gave me a sense of purpose. Imagine changing people's lives every day. I carry a burden for them, and they live the life they want. Nothing pulls them back. That's thanks to me.
Stop talking, she's fading.
But the burdens started getting heavier. They were quieter at first. Not everyone could hear them. Where are those voices coming from?
She was blonde, with green eyes, and she was really short and sick.
Where are those voices coming from? We can't figure it out.
She's not there anymore. Why can't I see her anymore? Where did she go?
My therapist got me medication. It was only better for a moment. Then they were back, a tidal wave of voices every waking minute.
This was your fault. You took her away from me. You ruined everything. Get out!
Shut up, it's just a job. I'm helping.
Get out!
Honey, come see her.
She's beautiful.
You were there. You made a decision. Did you? What did you do?
Isn't this exactly what you wanted?
You were there too. Where were we?
I know you don't want me to bring it up, but how will we tell her?
something's missing.
We just need to focus on what's right in front of us. A girl.
What do you want to call her?
I like Noelle.
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 Chris, I think now's the perfect time.
I don't know. I don't think we can afford it.
Not everything's about money.
Well, when you take our living expenses and multiply it, the numbers get bigger. We just don't have enough savings.
We don't have to have everything figured out right now. Let's be honest. When we lucked into this apartment, and you got your job out of a newspaper on the street, I didn't plan for any of this.
Exactly. I mean, we got really lucky, and I work hard to make sure that we don't be lucky in the future. And that's a lot of work. I'm tired all the time, and I feel like I'm 74 years old. Hey, you work too. It's just not fair.
We're obviously going to make adjustments. Maybe it's a good thing to take a step back from working day value.
I mean, we already have a cactus. Let's get a pet rock. Level 1 caregiver. Then maybe a hamster. Then a cat. Let's just table this conversation until we're ready.
This coming from the man that was just fine living in his mom's basement until he got married.
Well, just wait for you to buy me a condo. And it worked. Take it, son.
That was a milestone. We haven't hit a milestone in a while.
I'm good at this. Like changing? I mean, you can't raise a kid in the city. I mean, I thought that we would be in the suburbs by now. We have a nice house with a white picket fence, a yard in the back, and a park across the street.
We don't need that.
Yes, we do. I never had that. Don't give me any of that. All children need is their parents' love crap because it's garbage.
But don't you need a child's love? It's a sense of purpose. Everybody wants it. Think about your mother. She wants a grandchild. She just wants another child. Don't you love her?
Of course I love her. But this is our family. Aren't you happy?
What? Of course I'm happy. I'm really happy. But 10 years from now it's too late. And when we're old, don't you want more than this?
What if we regret it?
That'll never happen. We're a team. I just want another player on our team. This is perfect. Exactly what I wanted.
You're right. I don't know why I was so against it.
I told you, you never regret starting a family. What? No. No, this isn't what I signed up for. This isn't what I planned.
What do you mean? That you don't want to?
Of course I don't want to. We ran the numbers and we had planned and we had wanted everything. Now we have to go back and get a second set? And Chris, think of all the bills. Even with a healthy kid, we'd be in debt. Now we have to go back and pay. I don't know what, but it's more hospital bills. It's not normal.
It's not about the money. That's what you said.
Trust me, I know this isn't going to end well. Your own mother doesn't even believe in me.
Okay, well, she doesn't know what she's talking about.
She said that I was making a huge mistake, that I was ruining your life in the process. No, she didn't mean anything specific by it, Chris.
Well, she's practically a baby boomer. Times have changed.
She was the one that wanted this in the first place. I can't do this. I have no experience taking care of a healthy kid. How am I supposed to know what's involved with taking care of its problems?
There are smarter people that can help us.
What if we still don't get it? You said you were afraid of messing up? Well, I messed it up.
How could you have known that the baby would be sick?
Because it's my business.
It's not like you had a choice in that then.
But I know how it's going to play out. My cousin spent 5 years in a hospital not getting better, and my uncle was there every single day. He couldn't work, he lost his friends, and his marriage fell apart. You don't understand how screwed up the situation can make you.
But we can get through this together. face those problems before they form.
That's not what I meant. You could just have the look. There's a way. I mean, medicine is so advanced. You don't have to do anything you don't want to.
I didn't know that.
My doctor told me.
He said it out of the blue. He broached the subject.
What else am I supposed to do, Chris?
Oh my God.
You don't understand. You're not the one that has to deal with them. I am. I'm carrying them. I'm the one that's gonna have to stay home with them. You do nothing.
I'll do nothing. I'm their father. What if he said it wasn't possible? Huh? That it was both or neither. You'd rather not have a family?
This is what I wasn't gonna tell you. Chris, it's not about not having kids.
You weren't going to tell me?
What else was I supposed to do? I feel like my life is ending as we speak. I'm gonna lose everything. I'm gonna be alone, and you're gonna leave me.
Stop saying that I'm going to leave you. I'm happy. The thought of a big team. You and me and kids until we die. That's happiness. You showed me the truth.
Chris, what if it hurts the other one? Or I die?
What?
Please, let me be enough. It's still us. And even a child. And we don't have to risk everything in the process. Please, we're getting everything.
Maybe. I guess it's your decision.
Really?
Yeah.
I love you.
I love you.
Hi. I'm back. Sorry I left you alone for a little bit. I know it's Thursday. I've had an okay day, I guess. I didn't talk to anyone, but I think it's for the best because you said...
That they were all idiots? That they weren't worth talking to?
Yeah. And I mean, you're right. Some of them are kind of mean. But I don't want to call them idiots. That's a no-no word. But let's just say that I have those grades in class.
What's a no-no word?
That's what Daddy tells them because it's mean to say that to other people because it makes them feel sad.
It's not me to tell the truth. And there's nothing wrong with being stupid. Most people are. Just the majority.
Okay. But last week, there was this girl. She's new. She's from like Iowa or Idaho or something. And she was sitting all by herself. And I wanted to sit next to her. But then I remembered that you said strangers are bad and you're my best friend, so I left the room. I feel kind of bad though.
You're just being cautious. Shunning the world is the only way to be safe.
But why?
The outside world is not a kind place. Trust me on that. But I like you.
I know that. And I like you too. Maybe I just feel like I told Dad about you.
You did what?
I'm sorry. It's just been months every Thursday, and the therapist asked me what's going on, and I can't tell her why to open up because you told me not to. And I knew you said especially not to tell Dad, but you just seemed so worried, and there's nothing wrong with having imaginary friends. That's what he told me.
He told you I'm an imaginary friend?
Yeah. He said that it was normal for first graders to have imaginary friends, and that one day I'd outgrow you.
You're going to end up in a padded room one day. You know that, right? There's a reason I tell you things. There's a reason I tell you not to do things.
But why? I mean, if it's so normal.
It's not
not normal, Noelle. I'm not your imaginary friend. You're not going to outgrow me. How could you tell them about me?
What are you then? I mean, why would you tell me? I mean, you're my best friend, and you don't even exist. That's the definition of imaginary friend, isn't it?
I can't believe it's been that long. You can't remember the empty space? You can't remember seeing me?
I've never seen you before. It's only your voice.
There was a time when you knew me. There was a time you could see me.
Well, I heard that overactive imaginations can start out really strong, but fade over time, so maybe you just did.
Noelle, I'm real. The rest of the world is lying to you.
I can't see you. I can't touch you. I can only hear you. If I cover my ears, you don't even exist anymore. Maybe a voice just isn't enough. And why would everybody lie to me?
I don't think they're lying on purpose. But there's a difference between imaginary friends and me. I existed for real at one point.
What does that mean?
I shouldn't tell you that.
I'm not a kid anymore, okay? If you know something, you have to tell me. That's what you promised.
Why don't you ask your father?
What would he know about it?
Or how about you ask Jenny?
Can't. Daddy took me to Grandma's house today.
Oh?
He said that Mommy needed a day alone, and that he would take me back home tomorrow.
But you don't know that for a fact. They do this all the time. Your dad takes you away and blames your mom with no explanation. I'm the only one that never leaves you.
Last week, this girl, she made me a flower out of pipe leaves. Look at it. It's pink. That's my favorite color. I had never spoken to her before because you told me not to. And she just did that. Out of nowhere. I think it's because she's a nice person and she cares about other people. But you said that you're the only one who cares about me, so why would she do that?
Look below the surface. She probably wants something from you. Everybody does.
So, what do you want from me then?
I want you to listen to me. I want this forever. That's not too much to ask, is it?
I don't think so.
What is it?
It's just that if that girl and I, if we had talked sooner, maybe her and I would have been friends. And if I talk to other people, maybe they'll be really nice too, even nicer than her.
You just want people to give you things.
That's not true. It just gets a little lonely at school, at the playground, and at home, and I just want to talk to people. I think I want to branch out. I think I want to talk to people.
You can't be lonely with me here. Trust me, I'm real.
Dad says you're making me sad. He says that kids my age should be more outgoing. And I said maybe I should like people. And he says there's something wrong. And I think you're the one making me sad.
I'm saving you from the real world. People are dangerous and can't be trusted. And you would have fallen into so many traps if I wasn't here to stop you. Everyone else your age running around smiling for no reason. They're being lied to. You should thank me for telling you the truth.
I think I need a break from you.
No, you can't leave.
If you're real, I shouldn't be able to leave you, right? So what are you?
If I tell you, will you stay?
Yes, I promise.
When you were really young, before you were born even, you could see me. We were in this space, and it was dark, and I thought it was torture. But you seemed happy. And then they came in one day and pulled me out and left you. And you used to be be able to see me, to hold my hand. And now I'm just a voice to you.
Who pulled you out?
Jenny. Well, she was telling someone else to do it. Why do you think your dad can't talk to you about it? He didn't stop her.
I'm confused.
I'm your sister.
What?
I was. And then your mom decided she didn't want me. And now I'm not. Come on, you know it's true. You used to say something was missing from your life, but just talking to me filled that hole. And now I get to protect you.
Protect me? I've been talking to my own sister for all of these years, and you think you were protecting?
Yes! Because nobody can hear me! Nobody believes I'm real! If you kept telling people I existed in 10 years, they would think I was a hallucination. But you're not crazy. You're just kind enough to listen.
You would lie to me forever.
Maybe. For your sake. I wanted to keep you safe from other people.
But you didn't just keep me safe, did you? You made me be alone. If you had trusted me, I could have talked to people. I could have had friends. You lied to me to keep me to yourself.
Wait, where are you going?
You made me hate the world.
You promised you wouldn't leave! I'm alone out here! All I can hear is screams. I have nobody to! I'm sorry! No help! Chris, please don't leave. This has to stop.
Just going for a walk. I'm fine, see?
Can we just get on with our lives?
Get on with our lives. You know who can't?
She doesn't exist.
She's right there.
No, she's not. You just keep bringing her up.
Are you blind? Just look at her.
You know who's right here? Me. A step away from you. What? You can't even look at me anymore?
She knows, Jenny. Noelle knows what happened.
No, she doesn't. Because neither of us told her, right?
She just asked me. Did I ever have a sister? How else would she find out?
Oh, sure. You're totally not just using Noelle to make me feel guilty. She's a child, Chris. She can't possibly understand the decision that I made.
I can't either. Why are we so late? Just why?
Okay, you're throwing in the towel then? After I made one mistake?
One mistake? Now you brought Noelle into this. She doesn't know how to cope. I barely know how to cope. Why didn't you just walk out on me instead of ripping her away from me?
That's not what happened.
You just wanted to make everything easier for yourself. I'm sorry that you have to keep hearing her excuses. She cared more about herself than she did you. than she did either of us. If I could have
Talk
done
to
something,
me!
I can't.
Her? Or me? If you want to act so cavalier about it, Chris, do I not matter?
You thought this would be better? I can't be around you for more than a month at a time. Is this the life that you wanted?
As opposed to me dying? Yes. This is the life I've always wanted. Become a family. We should be perfectly happy. I just made the decision we couldn't.
You didn't see her. I was in the room. You wanted me to be here. I saw on a screen so artificial. I saw our own daughter struggling and moving around. And then I saw her body in front of me. I see it every time I close my eyes, and I can't get it out of my mind.
I can't go back. And I wouldn't.
I can't live like this. You're right, I can't even look at you.
How long will you be gone?
Not this time. I'm not coming back.
Chris, don't you dare!
It's my daughter. How are you going to provide for her?
We're going to take care of her. Either you can stay here, or you can send me a check in the mail. Those are your options.
You know that I'll win in court. Just let me go.
You didn't want her!
All it took was seeing her. You can't accuse me of not loving my own child.
Stay here with her.
In a heartbeat. But I can't stay with you.
You just see me as a baby killer, don't you?
No, I don't. Please. Just admit that she's out there. Imagine it had been Noelle. I saw on that screen. Right. Noelle was the greatest joy in my life. And you took her sister away from me. Please, just look at her.
Why do you hate me?
I don't. I want to be with you more than anything in the world. But the only way to get through grief is together. And you're not grieving. And if you can't admit that we lost our daughter, I have to heal alone.
You're not the only one that's broken here. The weight of this between innocence and a murder. I can't admit that she's out there. This weight on my heart, maybe I've always known.
Imagine what would happen if I told you that your whole life, if you actually lived one, was a lie, that you were wrong. You'd lie to yourself too. You'd say, no, I can't be wrong. That's impossible. Slowly, it would start to make sense. You'd say, hey, that guy had a point. Maybe I should have listened to him. But then it'll be too late. You'll be in too deep, and everything you ever loved will be gone. And all you'll be left with is a fleet of cars and a pocket full of cash. But what is it worth? Nothing. It's worth a tiny voice screaming and nagging in your ear constantly when you were never even meant to be part of the story.
Because no one will listen to us, Frank.
Because maybe now, something can finally change.
It's too late. Nothing can change.
Life is change. You condemned me and then locked me out. You couldn't even be bothered to acknowledge me. Well, here I am, right next to you. You can't hide from me anymore. You destroyed me. But you destroyed yourself in the process. I tried to hate you. But face it, we're broken together. I hope I'm the last to look you in the eye. I hope they learn they're breaking themselves too. But until they understand, all I can do is heal the present. Because forgiveness is the final form of love.
So we wanted to have the opportunity to chat with you a bit. As you can see, Trina has written a couple of plays, and her response to abortion and the complexities of the different situations has been a theatrical response, some different responses. And we wanted to have the opportunity to talk with you about that subject. All of these actors and the crew have been in this conversation for about 3 months now. And not everybody in the cast sees things the way that they're presented in the play. And this play causes me, as a theater goer, to think things that I'm uncomfortable with, to feel things that I'm uncomfortable with. This is the first time in my 40-something years of theater going that I've ever seen an actor portray an unborn child. So this is a new experience for me as well. So I want to hand it over to Trina and a couple of cast members just to start that conversation, and then we would like to open it up to you because we're aware that there may be some people here who've lived more closely to the subject than we have. Trina has written beyond her life experience here, and she's done that with an amount of courage and empathy and compassion that I think is a good thing for a writer. So, Trina, you're going to thoughts and then we'll flip it.
Yes. You know, I think like a personality thing, or at least I think like a writer. So why I chose to write a play is in a world with this very political conversation, and in politics there's not a lot of room to be very emotional because, if you're in a debate with someone and you show emotion, that's the place where they, whatever. But the theater is a place for you to be emotional and to connect with people and have empathy. And I think that's important because there's not a lot of that going on. It becomes very two-sided, which is not, or should not be the case. And so I think seeing plays where you get to see a lot of perspectives on it is just my way of starting a conversation, because this isn't the end of the conversation at all. This is supposed to be the start of it. And every perspective is welcome in that conversation.
So these are a bunch of very emotional shows, and they're about some controversial topics. But more than controversy, we want to raise conversation about these things, because it is really important to discuss our different viewpoints on these things. And even within the cast, we have a lot of different opinions about these, and that's okay. Because when you get a bunch of people with different opinions working towards one big thing, it becomes beautiful and it becomes whole. I personally have different beliefs than Trina about the show. I don't agree with all of the messages contained within the show, yet I feel like I am trying to portray the show as it is written, and I'm trying to do my best job as an actor to show this piece of emotional work. And if these plays are making you feel things, good things, bad things, that's good. We want you to feel things. Feeling things is the first step in opening up this conversation. And so we want you to speak about it, speak your mind, and to believe things and know why you believe what you believe. And so we thank you for coming here tonight and for being a part of this experience.
So to follow that up, I'm just here to express that I do agree with Trina and a lot of what she believes. However, I am not in full support as a human being of the way that she has decided to go about presenting those ideas. However, like PJ said, it has been a beautiful experience to come together with people from so many different schools of thought and to have good discussion. I am so proud of every single one of my castmates and the way that we have handled this. It couldn't have been better, it could have been more beautiful. It's just, this is a group of mature, thoughtful, strong-willed individuals that have truly made this show beautiful. So yes, if you felt things, we've done our job. That's what we want you guys to feel. So please feel free to express that, whether you agree or disagree.
Do you want to open up the floor? Yeah.
So I have a question, given the things you've just said, and I have so much respect for all of you up there and the courage it took to pull from some really deep and dark and vulnerable places within yourself to make something so evocative. And I know that you guys have been working really hard for a long time, and you've done a lot of processing. And the maturity with which you're all speaking at this moment is making me think what you have gained or developed or grown through the process of doing these pieces and the extra work that you did in terms of your community development and your working with each other, and the fact that you're aware that, oh, I agree somewhat, I don't fully agree. I'm just so curious how this process has grown you in ways. I mean, you're talking about a controversial topic. This is not the only controversial topic going on in our world right now. And I'm thinking, wow, these kids have some capacity that our world needs. And so that's where I'm coming from in asking this question, and I'm just really curious. How would you articulate what you gained?
Well, I openly admit that I completely disagree with these plays. Like, I just don't agree with the message that Trina is presenting. But I think what we're doing is so valuable because it's conversation, right? Like, and to be able to put on a play that I don't agree with, but that like gets my dear friend's message across is really something. right? Like, it takes a lot to be able to help someone who disagrees with you share why they disagree, you know? And it's just being able to do that and still come out of this, like, with friends with everyone in this cast, you know?
Yeah, I believe this process has completely humanized opinions. I feel like so often in our society we read an opinion on a screen or read about it in a newspaper, and we're kind of immediately put on, the defensive with it. But I feel like throughout this process, people that I love and care for and feel so close to have been able to teach me in a way that is respectful and kind about why they think what they think. And I'm not sure there's a more valuable experience than that, truthfully, is to really recognize that behind every opinion, behind every stance, there's a story. And this opportunity to stand up here and do this has let me hear so many stories that honestly have just opened my heart and my mind, and really changed my mind about what it means to be, a thinker and even a voter in the United States, right? So.
Did the other classmates get to see the play? Did they put on a play for the other classmates of the school?
We did not do a performance during the school day. So there are students here, and there were students both last night and Thursday night. But certainly, it's a minority of the school that has seen the play, which is not having to do with this particular show. It's just true. Not everybody's a theater goer.
The winter show is often not very well attended in comparison to the other shows.
Did you want to say more about that?
No, that's what I want.
You just, yeah, you want to know that.
They perform for the kids.
Yeah.
I wish.
And if any students who are in this room are also empowered to speak, if you dare. We're not going to make anybody do anything. You're not forced. Yes.
I wouldn't say like my view kind of, I feel like my view is very strong and rooted beforehand, but the way that I view others kind of changed.
I definitely began to think of, like in Austin, like Maria had been saying, the importance of conversation on the topic instead of trying to avoid it, and also just realizing that it's not two sides, because we're all human.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, my opinion has stayed the same throughout the whole process, and I really enjoyed this process. However, it has helped me really humanize other people's opinions. I think it's really easy to get angry with people who don't agree with you, or kind of just shut down when they start saying something you don't agree with. But I think the best part of this entire experience hasn't been the theater part, but the actual conversation. And I mean, everyone on the stage has so many different opinions, and learning to have those conversations and not shut down or not get angry, but actually be able to understand why they believe it and then really feel for them too. It alters who you are as a person, even if it doesn't alter your opinion.
How was it performing so close to the audience? I came last night, and I almost felt like I was interrupting something, like I was overdoing something I shouldn't be. How was it, like, did you feel our energy? Did it energize you? How was that as an actor there?
Oh, an important part of theater is the audience. You guys contribute so much energy to the show, and you are as much of a part of the show as we are. And so by putting you up on the stage, we're kind of switching things around, and we're putting you closer to the story. Because we don't want to be performing the story for you, we want to be performing the story with you right there. Like you're interrupting, like you're looking along with this story. And that just makes the story so much more real, so much more visual, so much more poignant to you, and it gets our message across, and it makes you feel things.
Can I flip that question? either to you or to somebody else, did anybody feel like you're too close? Like you wish that you had a little bit more, like this is a safer distance than what, when you were on the stage? Yes.
Really good was without the mics and being that close, the nuance of the voicing, where people could whisper, they could drop their voice, it gave a whole emotional range. For us, it gave us access to a whole emotional range, which wasn't normal.
No, that's, appreciate that because we were even, because I've been sitting in that space when we've been rehearsing, but there haven't been as many bodies, and bodies absorb sound, so even we were just asking them to pick up the vocal level tonight to make sure that you weren't dropping, that those whisper points, you were losing the information. So that's good to hear that you heard everything.
Actually, I have a very question to particularly the ones in charge of the lighting. How hard was that to the audience on stage?
Yeah, you guys want to speak to that?
Yes, crew. Well, we had to set up the floor lights here so we could actually catch our faces because most of the time it's just up there shining on. And we had to do the side lights too so we could get more light on stage. So it wasn't, we had to think about it more than just like putting up the areas you normally would.
Of course, it's always different since the audience and the actors are all right there, and the actors are always, or usually, a lot of the time facing that way. These lights, like, they're not always useful in this scenario, at least for like portraying the emotional range of the actors. So these lights help a lot in the candles play. There were the moving lights on the ground, and those really helped to give kind of more of a background kind of perspective.
And they were much further away, so they were up there when the first show was happening. So, any thoughts about that, Cole? What was it like to be so far away from? You hit the actors faster too, so how did you have difficulty calling cues?
We had to listen a lot more. Like, we really had to listen because they're projecting that way. So we had to like lean in to make sure we could hear them. And it was weird because we couldn't look at them from their faces, so we could make sure that like they were actually had light on them because we were only seeing them from behind. So we had to just change our perspectives a bit.
More serious question. You all had to act through, live through, and witness a lot of pain that results from the bad consequences. Do you imagine that experience that you had will guide your behavior in the future in terms of avoiding
I was planning on that already.
As James, I really hope that I don't end up sleeping with my wife's sister. I got you, Mom. Don't worry.
That wasn't really going to be a problem for most of us.
But if we do forgive you, we love you, and
Yes.
we'll all be okay.
I do think just playing the role and thinking through it, it did kind of make me consider that people do find themselves in these predicaments where you can't really go back. After you're pregnant, you can't undo that naturally, and you can't snap your fingers and rewind time.
So two things. Kind of one
conversations. Honest emotions, seeing the different players, for me that was like, wow, I never thought of it that way. And you really brought it to life, you made it real, so kudos.
Yeah, so with the closeness again, so these are all my friends. So like I'm used to talking to them like, face to face every day. And also like without the mic, I know you've been trying so hard with the mic, but when you have the mic, it like takes away kind of like some of the nuances in their voices. And as their friend, like hearing them sad just like makes me hurt. And like hearing the nuances in their voices like made me hurt more because like they're my friends and they're like sad. So I really think that just like brought a new level of humanization, which is what you're going for.
Yeah. And oftentimes, if you go to the theater, you don't have a relationship with the actors, so you don't have that. And this is just a plug to make friends with actors, because I have seen so many plays over the years with dear friends on the stage, and it does, like, it enhances the experience of the theater, and then it enhances the experience of the relationship too. It's like a way to get to know your friends in a deeper way. And obviously if you're not a theater person, you would feel a little left out with that. But it is really, it's beautiful. And for those of us who love theater, it's really fun to see our friends do different things. Because we're like, oh, that's totally not like them. Or, in the case of Isaac, maybe you should answer Mrs.'s question about, playing your characters if you decided differently about your future. I'm joking.
Well, I'm not going to take Derek's advice.
I just threw you right in the middle of it.
You want me to say something? I can say something. Okay. So,
I mean, you of all the actors, in some sense, went a bigger distance away from yourself. And what was that like?
well, I agree with like Katrina's writing and playing almost the person that I don't agree with. It not only brought humanity to it, but it also felt like it's okay that I disagree with them. It doesn't mean I can't this doesn't mean I'm allowed to shut them out. And they deserve just as much of a chance to give their opinions as I do. And anyone does. And as I go out into the world from here, it's not I disagree with you on this. We can't be friends or ever talk to each other. It's I disagree with you on this. We just did. Yeah.
Just on the candle, so how much was it actual recounting of the stories told, and how much were there some there are obviously some gelling together on the way they're told. The number of them started with so, or when, the extra words that were added. How many of those were actually recounting those words, and how many were just?
It was verbatim.
It was verbatim.
Yeah.
Okay.
Teenagers often speak with so, when, you know what I mean? Like plays, I recounted one of my stories. It was the thunder story, right? It was so weird to hear somebody else say the words that I say and be like, that's exactly what I said, quite literally verbatim. And with hearing that said, it wasn't clear. She kind of was jumping around a little bit, but I think that's what made it such a beautiful story because it was so true, was so authentic and raw and real. There was no kind of glossing over, oh, this kind of happened. It was this is exactly the way that I said it, the way I expressed it. And that's true with all of the stories that were told.
There's a person who's really famous in the documentary theater, Anna Smith, who's kind of does these one-person shows where she interviews, 50 people and then performs all of them. And it's her belief, which has just always been very moving to me, that you find the person in the language. And to actually include their pauses and their ums or whatever is because the real self comes out when we're not prefabricated, when we're on the spot. And I don't quite know what I mean to say. And then what I really mean comes out. And so that's why we've been in the practice of, when we do this, we do some editing just in terms of, making a one piece out of the whole thing. But we try to maintain even, it was in the woods. 2013, it wasn't 2015 for the marathon story, right? But 2015 is how he recounted that story. But it really was 2013. As in the woods today, I thought, it's not 2015. We didn't change it. Yeah, we didn't change it. Yes, ma'am.
Because it takes a lot of, you have to be really brave to cut your parts and to put out there. And I want to know how much of everything that was inside of you while you were writing and in thinking and seeing in front of you, how much you see all that inside when you watch them, how close to everybody that you hope and imagine. And how does it make sense?
Yeah, so, well, as we went along in perspective of these, because I was directing that I was there every day, there was a lot of group work that went on. So when actors would say, oh, what if I added this in? And I hadn't thought of it before. I was like, oh, sure, all right. And so the moment between Chris and Noelle, when they're down here, that I had not thought of that before we went into the rehearsal process. So that came out of just actors doing things or I thinking things on the spot. The ending even wasn't completed until, last week maybe? Yeah. So it was, the gist of what I meant was there, and it was still Dan down here, Noelle, things like that were exactly as I intended. But we did discover things along the way to make the stories a little bit deeper. And yeah, I'm really proud of this cast because they did my work justice.
Because you had more distance from XX. So I directed XX. And so she wasn't at rehearsals. And then when she was first coming in after we staged some things, you had some reactions.
Yes.
Why don't you talk about how that was different than the other experience?
Yeah, I didn't see XX until a couple months in directing it. I don't know, they're really funny. And they made it really fun. Like Isaac rolling over the desk, oh, that's so funny. And I didn't know that was happening until they showed me full run through. Yes, that's great. So it was interesting to come in and see it be different, but it was never entirely different than what I meant. It was just, they made it just better than I could it on the page. But there was nothing in it that I didn't like. It was all just making it better.
And she continued to rewrite both plays, right within the whole rehearsal period.
Two things. One, I wanted to say, but it's just, today is kind of a memorial because you graduated here in 2007. And you're talking about how different mountains are. When we were last year, I was saying, these topics were not something that were necessarily coming up. No one was in a series of guys or taking it on and supporting through this whole process and having those honest conversations. Because this is something that we
It hasn't personally for me gone to like cause problems or anything with other people. It's definitely like a thing that I like to talk about and have conversations with. But if I can be honest, this space that we've had in here is one of the most respectful spaces that I've been a part of, and everyone here is so respectful of that. It like in LCA, some people aren't as great at having those conversations, and there were, things that went on that I didn't quite like, but at the theater, it's more respectful because we're all at least united behind a common goal and we have something tying us together, but it has gone out of the space.
It's also has really strong temptation to be kind of to say, which of these, are you on my side or are you on the other side? And I don't need to actually know what you're saying. I just need to figure out whether I am on your side or the enemy side. I think it's been really powerful to remember that that's really not true of any issue. I think there are very few issues where there are two people even in the world who think about this same way. So really focusing on listening and hearing that even someone who comes to a different solution to a different answer to you doesn't necessarily mean that they are. It doesn't mean that they are not. People can. That there are so many different ways of thinking about this.
And I feel like with these sorts of issues, we actually start off with a lot more common ground than most of us think. Because we end up thinking, oh, they're on a different side than me, so they must have completely different opinions. But when you really think about it, we all share a lot of the same beliefs as people of faith and people in this school, and just people growing up in this time period. In that we understand a lot of things about each other, and we understand a lot more about the world than we think the other people know. And just understanding that people have, like Ethan said, they have come to the same answer by different conclusions and by different ways. And that's really important to know, that just because they have different opinions than you doesn't mean that you don't share a lot of the same things and a lot of the same morals and a lot of the same beliefs, and that they're still a person and that they're still human.
One of the reasons, so this is my first year in theater, LCA was this year, and one of the reasons that I wanted to jump into it was because I really wanted to have conversations, right? And I think I probably walked in these conversations a little bit selfishly, right? Like I kind of wanted to be validated and kind of wanted to prove myself right. But through the process, I feel like people coming to me and being like, oh, you're in theater this year? I'm like, yeah, I am. And they're like, you're doing this pro-life, or approach, or whatever the decision was on that. And I just got to be like, yeah, I have to really speak about it and talk about it. And it became so much bigger than my self-validation. It became so much bigger than trying to prove myself right, to find people that were on my side. It really became, like I said, hearing people's stories and really, I don't know, to focus Hashem to break that binary between my side and your side, and between, we're all unified and trying to follow Christ, right? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, it's just a beautiful thing, at least in the school, that we're both, whoever you're talking to, we're both trying to follow Christ and doing it different ways, and let's respect each other in that.
Well, I know this is going to be kind of cool, but we're new here this year, and it's a Christian school, so I'm going to ask something very direct. You guys, if Jesus were sitting in the audience, what do you think he would say about your play? I'm not
a lot of conversation in our school, and we've been talking about it in our Christianity and social justice class as well. And for me personally, I believe that the Lord has placed special value on every single person, and I think that is from the moment of conception. I think the Bible is really clear that we are all made in the image of God, and that even in the womb, He was knitting us together and forming us to be a beautiful creation. And so for me to know that while I was in my mom's womb, my Father was knitting me together in there to live out His will and be something special, like, to me, it's so personal, and I do think it's clear in Scripture that that He's just been creating us before anyone else could see us, and that I don't think that it's our right to take that power away from our Creator. So I think He'd be happy.
I'm sure it's kind of unintended accidents that happen. But when I was looking for some kind of scriptural resonance with the first piece, because we have all those stories, and there's all the light dark stuff in Scripture, so that, oh, there's John 1 or whatever. There happened to be a sermon in Psalm 139 was the text, and I just thought that this whole notion of that darkness is as light to you with regard to the Lord, that really felt to me like it connected with this whole piece, that even in the darkness of the womb, scientists in the room might be able to know this better than me. There's some recent study or something that says that actually when a life is conceived, that it actually emits light. So I read that and I thought, that's crazy. You know, like that the notion of Psalm 139 having that imagery and having all of the, you know, we're knit together in our mother's womb and having that like dark imagery. It just feels to me like it kind of speaks beyond my ability to even understand what it is that we're doing and how these pieces are connected together. So I want to answer that question with another angle, which is just because there's lots of talk in theater about what does it mean to have Christian theater, or what does it mean to be a Christian playwright, in the notion of being a Christian who's writing plays and having an ability to. My theater going has often been alone, and I often feel like Jesus is my companion in the theater. So I feel a very intimate connection with Jesus whenever I'm making theater, or when I'm watching theater. And so it's not even like I feel this kind of Jesus giving me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. I just feel the sense of like, you're here when we're doing this. And I really experienced that with this cast throughout, but I think in particular we had a prayer time before some of them went to a public school festival. And just the engagement in that prayer time and the genuineness in that prayer time, I just thought, Jesus is right here while we're doing this. So I think, you know.
Yeah, certainly as they grow and as they're maturing, they're learning this, and Jesus is with us every step of it. None of us know quite what we're doing or the perfect answer or just the right path to be on. I was curious more because of their response to the question, and I was wondering if outside of the political environment and our social media, and like they're so young, how they form their opinions, and I'm dating myself now, I'm 46, but in my day we didn't think about it. Girls in the front, we just weren't thinking about it as much, so they're very mature in their responses, and I was wondering if that piece of it, because I'm new and came from public school, and just like how much of a part of it is laid out in it. But I know it takes incredible courage to do what they're doing, so I had to ask.
So one last.
I'm curious to know how you wrap your head apart
physical stuff, and I think that manifested into other things. It was like difficult sometimes getting to like emotionally dark places in order to convey like really sad parts of my character, because my character in the play has been neglected and dehumanized and heartbroken and never really like had any sort of human connection or personal connection or relationship. So like it was hard to find different places in me where I could pull that out to try to give that story to you. And I mean, at the end of practice, like go listen to like my Christian music and kind of like step out of Dan and go back to being myself. But I mean, it was definitely a weird experience having to get like that worked up every day and then just kind of settle back down and do homework. Like that was weird.
All right, well, thank you so much.
Do anything without writing it down, sorry. For our wonderful crew who did so much work for